at fault because their role is to forecast demand and provide accurate sales projections to the production team. If marketing overestimated demand, production would have continued manufacturing based on incorrect data, and also failure to execute proper sales strategies, promotions, or market penetration plans could also result in excess inventory.
Sir, I don't think that the marketing team is responsible for the overproduction. It is a discrepancy within the operations and the productions team that so much of overstock has been produced without any plan of kind of being able to sell it. So it is the production and operations team that have taken the decision to produce this much excess stock, which is responsible.
I agree. And looking at the previous trend, we also see that there's been no change in the sales that have happened from the past few years. And we've never seen an excess in stock of a particular car, and especially the black Alto. Alto being one of the cars that sell for a lower range. So we don't even have a problem of price change, and because of which the cars are not being sold. So there has been no particular change in trend. So I think it's the problem from production end.
I think the fact that there has been no change in the trend is the problem here because with the increasing population, the demand should ideally increase. Your projections should be facing upwards. And also specifically the fact that there are black altos that are not being sold, not the silver or the white ones, which are out of stock right now. Maybe the black altos are not marketed well, which is why the projections went wrong, which is why all the other departments followed said projections and the whole mishap happened.
By no change in trend, I did not mean there's a plateau. I just meant it's been increasing. It's been showing the same trend throughout. If it's increasing, it's increasing. So according to which the production team should have predicted their production of the particular car, and I think that is where the problem is. There is probably an excess production of black Alto anticipating maybe a higher uh, demand, which has not translated maybe.
I would like to disagree with the point. Like the marketing team had the job to forecast the demand and ensure that they place the correct order volume. If there's an excess stock of 1,000 black Maruti Altos, it suggests that they might have overestimated the demand or have failed to push the sales effectively. I would like to also add that there might be a few mistake in the finance department also as they control the production budget and the working capital. If they approve the production without verifying the demand forecast, they too share some accountability, I guess.
Yes, I agree with you on this point. The basic work of the marketing department is to identify the needs of the customers and then estimate what will be the total demand and sales according to that. So I think we are up to the point that they might have overestimated the demand. And apart from that, I also agree with your point about the finance department. It has them who have approved the budget for the same.
Approval of budget is on the basis of demand forecasting, which is done by the marketing team. So, in case of a financing team, we are approving budgets on the basis of the demand forecasted.
There could have been an unusual uh, financial state in the country because of which the altos haven't been sold, and that I think should be taken care by the finance team. Or maybe there was not proper financing given and the offers given for a black alto, because of which the sales could have dropped.
Uh, we must note that the sales for black Alto is an issue over here, and when an allocation of fund is done, it is done equally for a particular commodity, which is Alto, and there is no differentiation on the basis of color of the commodity.
Yes, exactly. The finance team does not allocate according to color. And in the past, the projections, the demand, the financial budget which has come to us has been right. So we trusted the department responsible for that and allocated accordingly.
Besides, had the had the economy been the issue for the finance department to not be able to project properly, it would have affected all cars and not specifically just the altos.
Yes, exactly my point. I believe that the main issue over here has been that of demand forecasting, which was inaccurate, leading to overestimation of the demand of black autos. Also, there is a fault on the production team as well, because despite lower demand signals, they failed to adjust the manufacturing schedules.
I would like to add that it was not the fault of the production department, as uh, there was a poor market research done by the marketing department. If the customer have preference lean towards other colors, marketing department should have advised against the production of excess black altos.
Yes, I
Yes,
agree.
because the production department does not decide how many cars to produce. They just have to follow the forecast that is made by the marketing department. If there was some change in the economy or the demand might fall or something has happened, it was the duty of the marketing department to notify the production department as per the plan.
I also believe if a trend of excess black autos was seen, the finance department should have taken this up and maybe put some offers in place to increase the sales. And although the autos were all marketed as they should have been equally, and uh, there was no differentiation made in the marketing side of things. And even when we saw a slight dip in the black auto sales, the all the other resources were allocated to promoting the black alto.
If I'm
Okay,
not
now
wrong, okay, sorry.
yeah, now let's try to find out ways to dispose of these 1,000 extra altos.
We could offer special discounts or low interest financing on black autos. We could also bundle them with free accessories like that of seat covers or extended warranties to make them more attractive.
We can also provide incentives and commissions to dealers to push the black auto sales faster.
We could also try to offer higher commission or bonuses for selling the black variant to the dealer. For if say if the demand for a black Alto is higher in a specific city or a state, it should be immediately reallocated to that city or state.
We could
Also,
also
we could just market the black altos a little better. Maybe using an advertisement or something of sorts, showing the black color as a classy color. That could also, and competing with the higher end brands, probably giving it a better polish or something of that sort, would probably help market it better if we create a better brand image.
If we also notice there was a lack in stock of some other color alto, we could just change the color and sell it in some other
That
variant.
That's what I was thinking. Like the marketing department has probably, or as they stated, they have tried a lot to market the black alto. So we can do the cost analysis of how much it would cost to change the colors for the existing black altos to the ones that are out of stock, since the colors would be the only differentiating factor between them. Not change the entire stock, but we could change a fraction of the stock and sell it at the same price and not take whatever the sorry.
Also, we could offer a specific pricing for the Maruti Suzuki employees or the vendors, and also allocate some units to the dealership as a test drive cars, which can be later sold as a pre-owned with more discount.
But I think that would hit the costing of the alto a bit much. I mean, that's almost like giving away the car without keeping anything. So I think it's better if we could find ways to push these cars and still get the maximum worth out of it, be it by
I mean,
moving it to different regions or something like that.
I mean, you do still have to give cars for test driving, right? And I'm not saying that you just replace the ones that are already there with these black Altos and then push it to market. But actually sending these for test driving can be as a test drive car could be useful instead of using some colors which are actually selling a lot.
uh, any solution we employ is going to cost. Either we offer discounts, incentives, or we change the color. We just have to do a proper thorough analysis and see what would cost less, and then go with that, or use all different all the different solutions. We have a big stock, so a fraction could be used for all of the different solutions.
Any new ideas to sell off the stock?
We could approach cab aggregators like that of Ola, Uber, or different car rental companies because the stock is huge, which is of 1,000 pieces. And even if we change the color, it does not ensure that we'll be able to sell off the entire stock. So, selling them at bulk to such companies at a lower margin could be useful.
I believe as a last option, if the cars are unsellable, we could scrap and recycle some parts to recover the cost.
We can also invest a little bit in changing the color of the cars by repainting them.
We could probably sell them as an upgraded version by putting in some new features instead of just adding accessories to it. Maybe if we uh, change in a few, say, we put in a few extra logos or we put in a few extra features into it and then sell it at a relatively higher price, we could actually make profit out of it.
We could also sell it like a limited edition color because since there are 1,000 pieces and given the demand of Alto, so selling it as like a limited edition color could be fruitful.
I think if we have an excess of 1,000 cars, there would already be a bunch of black cars in rotation. But yeah, we could always sell it as a limited edition by upscaling it into probably getting in new features or probably like giving it a matte finish or something of those sort.
We could also look into a collaboration situation where we could collaborate with maybe another brand and add a few things on the black alto and then maybe get a few customers from that brand as well to sell the black altos.
Okay. That was a decent discussion. Um, I'm not asking anybody to summarize. This is how this case would go. Normally, first, initially, the marketing department would be blamed. The marketing department will say that we never ordered for so many black horses. We don't know why they happened. So the fault lies with production. Production will say that our production line was being held up because we needed red color, but finance department was not paying the vendor. So they told us that whatever color you have, you just paint that. And so we painted that way. And purchase was not able to give us the required color, so we had to make black. So it will go on like that. Now, as far as selling the cars is concerned, what all uh, suggestions you gave are all fine except the changing the color part. The car, when the car is colored, it is the chassis or chassis that is first dipped, no, as a bare skeleton kind of thing in paint tank, you know. Then there is uh, you have to apply primer and then one or two coats of paint and all that. And then everything else is added onto the car. So this suggestion always comes in all groups that we should change the color of the car, which is the most impractical thing to do. Because if you have to color a car, you have to take out everything, seat, steering, all the windows, the padding, everything has to be taken out. Then you can color. And once it has gone, if it has reached the dealership, if these cars have reached the dealership, then you have to call them back and do the same. Or even painting would cost 30,000 to 40,000 rupees per car.
So,
That
another perspective here, if not scrap, like remove the color and put, there's always an option of putting a skin, which does not even cost that much and does not even need a very big production to
is a-
add.
what is that? Putting a spin in the
It's just like another layer that you put another of another color on the car. So you don't have to remove the color that is already there. You just put another skin on top of the car and it of another color.
not aware of this. Are you sure this kind of
Yeah,
technology exists?
yeah.
Huh?
It happens all the time when people want to modify their cars to a certain color or put a matte finish or
Yeah,
something.
Yeah,
it's sort of like putting a sticker on it, but on a larger scale.
Right.
it's just like putting a sticker and the cost is not high, then you can probably do it. But otherwise, coloring would be difficult. Again, I think current said scrap and recycle. I really don't know what you mean by. The other thing that you missed out was that you could have taken an estimate of how much would be the cost of 1,000 altos. You know, the cost would be around, let's say the alto sells for what now, 4 5 lakh. So the on road cost would be around 50 crores, and probably the production cost would be 25 crores. So you have to decide in 25 crores what is the profit. So you have to take some calculation based on that, that let's say 5 or 10% profit of 25 crores, that would be 2.5 crores. So maximum we can spend on selling these cars is 1 crore or something like that, or 50 lakhs. Some people also say we could do some celebrity endorsement and all that, put a signature by celebrity or something like that, on a sticker and send it to the dealers so they can put it on the car. So there are a lot of ideas given. And like your group also discussed, there are two sides to it. One side says that okay, let us give discounts and sell it. The other side says that no, let's add accessories, make it a premium positioning, and then try to sell it. So you can decide whatever you want to do, but these are the options available. So more or less, you were okay. I think cost analysis bit Ayushi talked of that was good, but you should have done the analysis also a little bit. I'm saying just back of the envelope calculations, which I just said. What would be the cost and how much we could spend on each car, sort of. Any questions? So
So
tomorrow,
I actually had a question.
mm,
Um, so considering the fact that I was a part of the purchase team, there was nothing that was actually put on me. So had I been in the other team, how would I put the blame on the purchase team?
I said no, that the production guys will say that we asked for red color, but purchase couldn't get it on time and we couldn't keep
Okay,
the assembly line held up. So we had to use black color.
okay.
Assembly line can never be held up for any factory. That's a huge cost.
Okay. I thought that was for the
And
finance department because you said that the finance was not approving the budget for the red colors.
I didn't get the money from finance. How will I get the pay? You don't clear the
Okay,
old bill. Vendors are not willing to send the new pen. So what do I
okay,
do?
okay. Understand.
And the other aspect of this case is that nowadays everything is SAP and ERP, right? So you know exactly how many colors, which car is required, what is the order disposition, what is
Hmm.
manufactured, what is the stock of different paints, colors, what is the stock of
Hmm.
different which dealer points are in the factory, what is in the line which is coming out in the next week or next day. Everything is there in SAP ERP. So these kind of mistakes will be rare nowadays, but still might happen. Uh, one of the reasons could be that suddenly there is some negative thought about black cars, so people have stopped
Hmm.
buying or and they cancel them into another color. Could be.
Hmm.
These are outside chances, but could be.
Okay.
Also, there just the black absorbs more heat, so maybe that's why people are little repulsed to getting black cars because maybe it's a hot region. Just a thought.
Yeah, and scratches and dust are also more visible on black paint, no, rather than white or a light gray.
Yeah, yeah,
And some
So
people
some
actually consider it like a religious taboo also to own black cars.
yeah.
yeah,
That also. Yeah.
we just catch also sometimes. So a lot of things, all of these should have gone into the discussion. Anything else on this case or anything else in interviews or whatever we have done till now?
Sir, I have some a question regarding SPGen interview.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, so 4, 5 of my friends gave the interviews and none of them got selected for the second round because they are selecting people from WorkX. So what should I do? Like I am really panicking regarding this.
Oh, first thing is don't panic. That that is a well-known fact that experience usually takes people with protect. It doesn't mean they don't take pressures at all. So you have to go with that load in your mind, but don't panic because of that.
So 4, 5 of them and each like in their group only 2 people got selected and both of them were with WorkX. So it is like a known fact now.
No, no, it's a known fact for the last 3 decades at least. So that doesn't mean freshers don't get selected as experience. I know people with 88 percentile and without workets also being selected. So you harp on your strengths. Don't look at I don't have workets, I don't have workets.
And sir, the cases that they are giving, they are a little complex. Like they're asking to make up taglines on the spot in 20 seconds. So how do I prepare for that?
Tagline.
So sir, one case that they gave was in the Kumbh Mela, like the stampedes were going on, no? So they decided to shift it to Nasik. So how will you promote that event and what tagline will you use for that event? And they had to come up with everything in 20 seconds.
Ah, you say what will you say?
So, sir, how do I prepare for that?
You cannot prepare for everything. Something has to come from your background. Yeah, anybody? How would you shift from Allahabad to Nasik?
कुंभ मेला अब नासिक में भी.
So if it's in context with the stampede, then you just open like another franchisee of Kumbh Mela, another branch where people are also going, living closer to Nasik. So
It is
there are
being
two.
said, no, it is because of the Sangam and all, na.
Huh.
So you will have to tell them that Nasik is as much a holy place as Allahabad. So if you can't go to Allahabad, go to Nasik. If you are afraid to go and there is too much of a crowd there, then one should go to Nasik or promote all four places uh, instead of just Allahabad. Nasik and which are the other two, Ujjain. Hello?
Basic, Basically, we can just ask the priests to endorse Nashik because in a religious setup, they are the people who would be the hurt the most.
Right, right.
Yeah, but
And
uh,
yeah.
then what will be the tagline? The question here is about the tagline.
Sir, I have a bank interview coming up. Would you have 5 minutes to give me a mock
Okay,
interview for that today
see the
or
tagline?
next week?
Yeah, what will be the tagline for the Kumbh Mela thing? Priest can endorse, but what will you say? That would be the tagline. None of you can say anything. Just say anything. It can be right, it can be wrong. They're just testing how fast you can think.
तो जैसे माँ का बुलावा आया कहते हैं फॉर गॉडेसेस वगैरह जब नवरात्रि में वैसे बोल दो बाबा का बुलावा है नासिक में मेन तो साईं बाबा ही है
नासिक में ओमकारेश्वर है ना, या नासिक में वो है महाकालेश्वर.
महाकालेश्वर का बुलावा है
Something like Marathi Mahakumbh,
Hmm,
Maharashtraचा Mahakumbh.
right. So
Basically, they are not looking for right answer here. They're looking for something which connects. Yeah, Manya, what would you say?
Sir, I didn't know. That's why I was asking you.
You know what?
So something like something related to the Godavari River or something.
Hmm. Ambika will do your interview tomorrow.
Okay, okay.
Anything else? See, don't be afraid to say
Um,
something. When you have these kind of questions, 20 seconds or 1 minute or half a minute to give a tagline, whatever comes to your mind, just say that. Don't keep quiet. That's the main thing. Yes, Nikta?
I
Huh?
I just wanted to give a little consolation to Manya. In my panel during the SP Gen interview, out of 5 people, two of them were freshers, and 4 people got selected out of 5. And the one with the work ex was actually the one who was left out. So it's not that they're only looking for work ex.
You gave your interview in Mumbai.
Yeah, yeah, I gave it on 28.
How was it?
It was not bad, honestly. They are very creative in the second round. Matlab, you won't be expecting anything that they ask. So there's absolutely no way you can prepare for it. But it's good. They just want to know that you can think on your feet. That's it.
My friends told me that you can cheat aram se from the case study for the second round.
Cheat as in?
Matlab, you get 20 minutes to read the case and then you have like 3 4 hours, so people were chat GPTing.
Yeah, yeah. So that's the thing. You can chat GPT whatever you want, but जैसे even I like my topic was on system change. So I also Googled what system change is, what could be questions associated with it. But my case discussion was there were 3 people in like there were 3 of us in the panel. So one person become a teacher, one become an oversee the student, one become an uninterested student, and do role play. Now, how do you prepare for that on ChatGPT?
Okay.
Anya, just remember one thing. In fact, all of you just remember one thing. That what will be a shocker for you will be a shocker for everyone else. So don't think you are at a disadvantage. This is true for all exams, all interviews. So just do your best with whatever training you have received. You should be confident enough that you have done your best, and then try and give your best there. Don't get into a demotivated kind of mindset.
Okay.
Okay, and especially this pressure thing, that is very true of SP Jam. Very few pressures they take, but it is not that they don't take pressure. Just like Sridhar said, out of 5, 2 were freshers and both were selected in the first round. No?
Yes, sir, but in
Yes.
my known 5 people did not get selected and they were all freshers, so I thought, and they had the similar background as me.
You stress on your extracurriculars. Huh? Your extracurriculars are very good. The karate and
Okay.
हाँ तो लिख लो कहीं पे लिख के रखो जिससे याद रहे
ठीक है सर.
चलो ठीक है we'll meet tomorrow again at 47
Thank you, sir.
ठीक है
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.